Well, Leva, just watched the Real Madrid game against Man City, and let's get into the game. So, I was meant to post this video a couple of days ago, actually, but the issue was different things were going on, and I needed to watch this game again. So I did watch it the first day, like the day of the actual game, but then I had to download the game and rewatch it to gather my thoughts on everything I wanted to say about the game. Now in the first half, I felt like we did so well. We played incredibly well. Like, we had opportunities after opportunities to take the lead and win the game even. We had so many chances. Obviously the goals we scored, obviously in the first 2 minutes we conceded a goal, which was ridiculous because Lunin has been amazing this season. But then he wasn't aware of it, that Bernardo Silva would put the ball right there. It was just a lovely free kick, to be honest with you. But it was something that he should have done better with. But I won't like go in on him or whatever, because like, it's something that you don't plan for. And he's playing for Real Madrid, of course he should plan for it, but it's easier to say certain things than to actually do it, so I won't go in on him. But then we scored the equalizer with Camavinga, which was, in all honesty, it was a stroke of luck. Camavinga just drove in with the ball and just hit it, and it just went off of Ruben Diaz into the back of the net. It was a lovely strike, but obviously a huge deflection. But then we came into the game, and then slowly but surely we started getting into the game. We let them obviously have possession, and City are the kings of possession. That's the way they play. They've always done that. And we were hitting them on the counter, hitting them on the break. And then quickly after that, it was like bang, bang. It was just Vinicius with the ball and just played a lovely ball into space. We were absolutely smoking them down that left side, especially because, what's his name? Kyle Walker wasn't on the pitch. He wasn't there to thwart Vinicius or Rodrigo. He's their pace, you know. He's the only one that could really keep up with them. And then Vinicius played this amazing ball and Rodrigo ran onto it. Akanji was trying to get back, but then he just put it through Akanji's legs and it hit the heel of Ortega and went to the back of the net. Another lovely goal. And then after that, we missed so many chances. It was actually so annoying because like having actually played so well throughout the entire game, and for us to just do that and just give them the lead. We were at home in the Santiago Bernabeu. We should have had a 2-goal cushion at the very least. And you look at the game yesterday. I watched the PSG Barcelona game. They had a 2-goal cushion. Atletico Madrid against Dortmund had a 1-goal cushion. And then the both of them lost. Now, Spain, pretty much, I'm sure they're out of the race for that 5th spot in the Champions League next season for the quotient. I don't know what the name is, but 2 of the Spanish teams are out. They had a 2-goal cushion and they just let it slip. Now, that's something that I can see that we kind of did. It was, I just remember so many chances. It was the one where I think Rodrigo passed to Valverde and then, no, he didn't pass to Valverde. Valverde was making the run and then Rodrigo went out wide and then Valverde cut in and hit on his left foot, but then it was straight to Ortega. And then there was another chance where Rodrigo cut in straight at Ortega again. And then there was another one, Vinicius straight at Ortega. These things are infuriating because now we know how good City is. No matter, like, how validated their status right now might be because of the 115 and all, which is allegedly, but they are an amazing side. They are a scintillating side. And for us to just give them the goals like that, like, we didn't give to them. They scored amazing goals. But, like, we should have done better with it. And we should have finished more of our chances. We're talking about City. We're not talking about Arsenal. We're not talking about Tottenham. Or we're talking about Manchester City. This game in particular has been the premier game of the past 3 years of just City and Madrid in the Champions League going at it. We beat them. We came back in the season. We won the Champions League with Benzema. We came back in the game. And then last season we got smoked 4-0 at the Etihad. And, like, we played well in the first leg. But then I don't understand. It's just infuriating. Because, like, now, it's not like I'm scared or anything, but I know City and I know the quality that they possess, you know. They can bench De Bruyne and still be absolutely fine. It was just tiring, you know, because you feel like we're going to their home stadium now, and then they're going to have so many chances. Like, they came to our stadium and we left the game open. That's how we play. And that's fine. But then finishing your chances should have been the one thing we should have paid more attention to. And it was just annoying that we didn't do that. And then, like, for the most of the first half, we actually played really well. I'd say we were on top of them. We had the majority of the chances. They did have a few chances here and there. I remember Haaland taking the shot from wide. That was the only shot he had in the first half, I think. And then Grealish tried to follow up on it, and there was another chance Grealish had to also follow up on it, but he did not. And it was just, I felt like we played really, really well. And then the first half came to an end. And the second half game, they were on top of us. They were on top of us, dominating the ball like they always do. But this time we were toothless in attack. And then we had a few flurries, we had a few chances to go, like, ahead in the game. And then all of a sudden, bang! It was just Foden cutting in and just hitting the ball. Beautiful goal. Came out of nowhere. And, like, there was nothing we could really do about it. Because, like, he just, on that right side, he just cut in. He had a few chances like that. I remember he had a shot like that. Maybe it was in the first half, where he just cut in and it was straight out Lunin. But then he did it again. And then just cut in. Beautiful goal. Top bins and the top right there. Like, no one could say that. Even Courtois, the amazing goalkeeper that he is, he couldn't say that. Lovely goal. I don't know why they gave him man of the match, but it was a beautiful goal. It didn't warrant man of the match though. Strange. But then, all of a sudden, Vardio, a left back, just cutting in. When I saw the goal, I can't lie, I was smiling. I was like, wow, what a goal. What an actual goal. Like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, what the fuck? I was genuinely like, this is crazy. It was just bang, bang. In the first half, we were the ones who hit them bang, bang. Second half, they were the ones who hit us bang, bang, like that. And we couldn't do anything about it. It was just a lovely, lovely goal from Vardio. It was like Vinicius' goal against Girona. He just cut in and just bang! Like that. Amazing goal. But I couldn't even be mad. I was just like, fair enough. But, like, shortly after that, then we equalized again in the second half, like the end of the second half. We equalized again. It's just Vinicius dinking the ball to the far side and Valverde's just levering it. Like, boom! I love Valverde, man. I love him. He's so good. So good. But Vinicius just sent the ball like that. But they just put his foot through it and just into the bottom corner like that. Beautiful goal. Beautiful goal. This game was so good to watch. If I was like a neutral fan of maybe Arsenal or something, which I'm not, but if I was just a neutral fan, I would love this game because this game was end to end. It was both teams going at it. It wasn't good for both teams, but for the neutral, it was amazing. Like the catalogue of goals in this game, ridiculous amount of beautiful goals. But like in the second half, they dominated us. They had so many chances, and Linden made a couple saves. Rudiger made a couple tackles. Did really well. And like it was just one thing I'd say. Rodri, that brother needs a rest. Like what am I saying? This was the first game where I saw Rodri and he made a couple mistakes. Like Rodri never does that, but he just kept making mistakes. I was like, this is very unlike Rodri. But I'd probably say it's because he hasn't like gotten enough rest. Because like he's just playing game after game after game. They need to bring a substitute for him. Calvin Phillips was there. He's not good enough. They need to find someone else to substitute for him. But like all in all, the game was an amazing game to watch. Brilliant game. In all honesty, it was genuinely like the premier games of what you watch the Champions League for. The Champions League is actually great again. Like it wasn't like the last couple of years or last season where all the teams were just meaty. All of them were just mid. All of them just didn't look great. Real Madrid, we lost Benzema. Benzema was always injured. It was just, last season, the Champions League run was just ridiculous. It was kind of poor. But then this season is delivered. Like the comebacks, PSG coming back against Barca last night. Even though Barca went down to 10 men, they should have still held on, at least gotten a draw, got extra time or even penalties, but they didn't hold their nerve. Xavi was losing his mind on the sidelines. It wasn't just him, even someone in the backroom staff, like 3 red cards were given. Araujo, Xavi, the backroom staff it didn't make sense. It was just kind of pathetic. Honestly, I was just like, why are you doing that? You're just creating more troubles for yourself, and it didn't make sense to me. But each of their own, innit? And then Dortmund against Atletico Madrid, they just did really, really well. They played a lot better than I think they actually did. Because like them holding their nerve, coming back into the game, and then Atletico scoring again, and then Dortmund, they really, really, really played well. In all honesty, like I really liked the fact that they came through. Mouse's Sabitzer last night was ridiculous. Some people might say he should have stayed at United, but that doesn't really make sense. In all honesty, because like, he was a loan signing and then he got injured like 3 or 4 times. That doesn't make sense to keep a guy like that was a loan signing and got injured so frequently. But he played amazingly well last night. He was one of their better players. And yeah, that was me being sidetracked. But yeah, back to the Real Madrid game. It just felt like we just let it slip. And now we're going to their home ground, and we've never won at the Etihad. That's the frustrating thing. Like, how do we do that? Like, how do we win? Carlo Ancelotti needs to come up with an amazing game plan, because as of the day I'm recording this video, I'm going to watch the second leg. Today's the second leg. So like, Carlo Ancelotti needs to come up with a really good game plan. I don't know if he's going to play Nacho or Eder Militao at the back, because this game is going to be tough. It's going to be a really, really difficult game. And they're at home. So this game, the first leg, it was just end to end. Pep is someone who likes control. And I can guarantee he's going to get that control in the Etihad. That's just the sad thing. That's the frustrating thing about the game, because I felt like we had them, and then we let it slip by 2 beautiful goals. I'm not even going to discount that. 2 beautiful goals, but we had them. And that was the frustrating thing. But all in all, I'd say it was a good game. For our players, I'd probably say Lunin, he played well, didn't really have too much to do at first, but then there were a few flurries, but on the goals, he can't do anything about those goals. Those goals were a collection of brilliant goals. You just can't do anything about those type of goals. And then, our centre backs played really, really well. I'd say, who played in the back line for us? Was it Nacho? Oh, it was Tchouaméni. Yeah, Tchouaméni was fine. Bro got a yellow card in the 2nd minute. That was how Bernardo Silva scored, because of the foul he made. Like, I can understand Tchouaméni, but like, doing something like that is so stupid. Now we're going to miss him in the 2nd leg, and he's going to be so important. Now we're going to have to throw Eder Militao in there, or Nacho, who's been meaty this season. He has been struggling for the past couple games. I'm just like, I'm so scared of throwing him against, like, City, because that is such a weak point. Like, Nacho, as a player, he's such a weak point in that defense. That's the frustrating thing. But I think we can still find a way to do something. Hopefully Carlo Ancelotti can find a way to do something. But yeah. And then it was, who else? Left back. Mendy actually did well, defending well. I think he played well. This is a game that suits Mendy, where he gets to defend a lot, not going forward as much, but I think he played well. And then, it was Cruz. I think Cruz played well, in all honesty, but then that goal for Vardiol, he should have covered Vardiol quicker. He was just slow to the ball. And then when he did actually move, Vardiol was already hitting the shot, and it was already elevating. It was too late to the ball. And it just felt like he should have done so much more. He should have done a lot better with the ball, you know? Like, he should have done a lot better with the chance. Like, him doing that, it didn't make sense to me. And then, who else played? It was Camavinga. Camavinga played really well. The tackling, the passing, like, all he did this game was just defend, make sure you're tidy on the ball. He was even nutmegging Haaland. Like, Camavinga is just himself, you know. And Valverde played really well, I think. His tenacity, the goal that he scored, like, everything he just did. He's a workhorse. He even said his role in this team is to run until he can't run anymore. And that's what Valverde is, you know. Like, always giving his all. That's future captain material right there. And no one can discount that. No one can say, oh no, that's not true. Because Valverde is giving his all. Even this game gave his all. Like, amazing to watch. And then, who else played? It was, Rodrigo, Bellingham, and Vinicius. Now, Bellingham, I didn't think he was in the game as much as I'd want. And there were a few glimpses here, and he had, like, this piece of skill he did, and then he just dragged it wide. I felt like he should have hit the shot at first, but then he held onto the shot. Fake shot, and then cut in, tried to hit it on his left foot, but then it went out wide. And that was the issue. I feel like we should have done so much better. We had we had the plethora of chances that we should have used, and we could have won that game. That was the annoying and infuriating thing. But it's fine. It's fine. Hopefully we can go to the Etihad and get something and win, even if it goes to penalties. Hopefully we can do that. But all I can say is we're missing a couple key players. Tchouaméni, Eden Militao might not play. That's the frustrating thing. I wish we had a full squad, but like Vinicius played, I think he played decently. I didn't think he had an amazing game, in all honesty, but I think he played well. Like, getting 2 assists against City is not an easy feat, and he did that. A lot of people won't say that because maybe he wasn't as flashy or whatever, or he didn't score the goals, but 2 assists is not easy. And Rodrigo, go, you know? Like, he played well. He played well, and I felt like he had a lot of chances he should have done better with. And there were a couple of things he should have really done in the game that I felt like he didn't do, and later on at the end he tailed off. But the one thing I'll say is he did play well for the majority of the game, and then Carlo made the substitutions, Brahim Diaz and Joselu and Luka Modric. It was actually when Luka Modric came into the game that we scored the equalizer, the third goal. And he was the one that carried the ball to Vinicius, and then Vinicius obviously crossed and Valverde finished. Beautiful goal. But yeah, those were my thoughts on the game. I actually still did enjoy the game. The game was good. The game was a really good game. And one person I'd say from the City side that had a really good game is Bernardo Silva. I think Bernardo Silva played really well. I also think Grealish played well too. But no one talks about Grealish. And I was just seeing people online being like, Foden came to Bellingham's home and whatever. Like, shut up. It doesn't make sense. I'm just like, what are you on about? Foden was like Casper the Ghost. He was like Scott McTominay in the first half. No one saw him. I didn't notice him. The first time I watched the game, I did not notice him. The entire first half, I did not notice him. Not once. Second half, scored a beautiful goal. I'm never going to discount that. Beautiful goal, like I already said. But giving him the man of the match, when Bernardo Silva was playing well, the passes, his tenaciousness, and even the goal he scored, you gave it to Foden. You could have given it to Grealish. You could have given it to Vardy. You could have even given it to Valverde. Could have given it to Vinicius. He had 2 assists. Like, it doesn't make sense. This agenda of English fans and even the commentators being like, oh, they're dominating Madrid now. Madrid, like, what are you on about? They're acting like we're a mid-table side in the Premier League. Like, what are they talking about? It's just English bias everywhere. I'm just like, what are they on about? It doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, the game was a good game all in all, but I just feel like tonight is going to be so tough for us because like we didn't do all the things we needed to do in the first leg. And that was the annoying thing because like, how do you deal with us? Like, how do you deal with that side of Eden Militao and Carval? Yeah, Carval. Like, how do you deal with that side? Because like, the thing is, who's gonna be playing that? It's either Doku or Grealish, and both of them can definitely skin Carval, let's be honest here. But the thing is, I think Haaland can be like, he can be nullified. That's not an issue. But the thing is, Foden, Bernardo Silva, Grealish, Doku, potentially De Bruyne, maybe Julian Alvarez, and like, it's just, they have a lot of players that are really good. And I don't feel like our defense is at its strongest. And that's the issue. That's where I find the issue at. But I pray that we can do something. I really do hope so. It's not like I'm scared or anything, and I believe we can win. But good Lord, we don't have our players. And the one person I trusted to actually do something got himself booked early in the first leg, and second leg he's not playing. I don't know. Hopefully we can do something. But yeah, that was pretty much the game. For my man of the match, I'd probably say, I don't know, I'd probably give it to Bernardo Silva or Vinicius or Valverde. In all honesty, those three, yeah, in my opinion, they played really well. I'd probably give it to Vinicius in all honesty because he got 2 assists. 2 assists against City. It's not easy, and people need to respect that. But yeah, that was all for the game. All in all, amazing to watch. Like I said a million times already. But yeah, have a lovely day, and I'll see you in not too long because going to be watching the game in probably 12, 10 hours time maybe. So yeah, have a good one. Peace.